All right. What up? Oh, shit. What's up? What's up? What's up, my people? Who we got up in this bitch? Dwayne. What's up? What's up? What's up? It was rigged, huh? It wasn't rigged, okay? Proving again there are creme of la creme when it comes to boxing. Good job, Zerdanchenko unified. I did not watch tonight. I just got back from a movie. Worst event I ever... The worst? No. The Barrios fight and the Katie Taylor fight was the worst event you ever saw? These fights were dope. What you mean? The video of Diddy will play with your rear like Jake Paul with played with. We saw Tyson's butt cheeks. Do what you want with that. Okay. Eddie doing bad. What you mean? Oscar fighters all won 5-0. That's how you do it. Okay. I didn't see it. Zerdo kind of, I'm not a fan. Now, let me rephrase. Not that I'm not a fan. I just don't get interested to go watch them. You feel me? Marco, why do you remember Tyson's cheeks? Well, because... Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti! I mean, the man busted out. We saw full fucking old man pancake cheeks. Marco, this is nonsense. Didn't even look like he was trying. He was trying. He was old. Did you guys see the video? I'm about to play Did you guys see my video? I'm going to wait until we get at least 20 or 30 people in here. I'm going to play the video that I dropped today. And I'll tell you exactly. That motherfucker didn't look old at first. It was actually a carbon copy of the Lennox Lewis fight. Started off first 2 rounds on fire. And then just all will was drained out of his body. And he was being outboxed by a bigger, stronger man. That's the Lewis fight. Seeing Tyson's cheeks was hilarious. My mom thought I was watching porn. No, she didn't. Yes, I saw your video. What'd you think, Rob? What'd you think, Rob? Zepeda destroys Shakur posted a video of mine, and we finally talked on Messenger. First time ever that I've talked to him. I talked to him on Messenger. So hopefully I'll get him on here some point soon. Oscar Duarte beats up on Haney. Okay. One of my goats lost to a cracker, even worse, from Ohio. Wow. You just say cracker?
Oh, that's racist.
You can't use the C word.
Oh, that's racist.
And you even use the ER at the end of it. You use the full ER C word? You can't. Tutti frutti. Oops.
Oh, that's racist.
You're using the CR word, man. You could at least put the A at the end of it. Make it colloquial. Jesus, Dwayne. Jake also revealed he had torn ankles and Tyson had health scares. Yes, Jake said he had, which I don't believe. If you snap or tear a ligament or a tendon, you're not, I don't think it's 4 weeks. That's 6 to 8 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, just for it to heal and then rehab after that for a few more. Hold on. Are you cool with Shakur? Be careful not to critique. No, I'm going to do what I do. And if he gets mad, what can I do? I'm being who I am. I know that I don't hate on people just to hate on people. So, you can't satisfy everybody. You know what I'm saying? American boxing doing bad, only 135. That's what they all talk about. Tank and Shakur, that's it. True. Word. Marco, be quiet. You're like Eminem. You're white on the inside, but black on the outside. Okay. Hit the like button, please. You've only got 10 people in here. This might be a slow one because it's a Saturday night, but I just wanted to go live since the big fight was last night. Only reason American boxing relevant because the Mexican, matter of fact, did I get an alert? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. So the alerts are going out. Most valuable promotion. 60 million households tuned in. 60 million households tuned in for the live Jake Paul Tyson fight. Nearly 50 million for Katie Taylor. Okay, that's what the numbers that they're saying in their email. It was like elder abuse for clout and money. I mean, Jake took his foot off the gas. Jake showed mercy. He showed mercy. You know, unlike Cobra Kai, who shows no mercy, he showed mercy like Miyagi Do. You know what I'm saying? He Miyagi Do'd it. So he didn't abuse an elderly. He kind of slapped him up, but then handed him the walker. You know, walloped him a couple times, but then handed him the fucking walker. Marco King on BoxRec and Mike Tyson is actually, yeah, I was telling you, it's an actual fight. Netflix wasn't ready for the amount of streams. Yeah, they crashed. Their servers were slower than, yeah, that's a good one. I heard that happened too on another live event they did. Somebody was telling me yesterday that another live event, not boxing, also crashed. Apparently they're not. They're still working out the kinks with the live events. High volume live events. Why is it sanctioned? Exactly. Alberto, you got cooked on TBV yesterday. Nessina. Who got cooked? What are you talking about? I didn't get cooked. What are you even talking about? First of all, nobody cooks me, for starters. Nobody. Because nobody can fuck with me. That's for starters. Second, we didn't even have any kind of a back and forth to begin with, so I don't even know what you're talking about. I'll let you guys know my opinions on the fight. I'm waiting for more people to come up in this room. This is way too dead for my taste right now. Way too dead. Huh? This right here, this is the good shit and cheap. Which reminds me, Alberto, I think somebody did a GoFundMe for me, I believe. Because you didn't do it yet, right? Mark, would you see that female fight? Hell yeah, that shit was wild. She was headbutting a lot. I thought Katie Taylor won. Now 10-year-olds, well, I know, man. Let's keep rubbing it in people's faces, Jake. That's getting cooked. Why do young people use that word getting cooked so freely? Getting cooked, and I don't use that because I don't subscribe to I like to be original. But basically having somebody play you out, right? That's like something like severe. That's you know, don't use the word so fucking freely. Getting cooked is like if he starts going in and I got no response for it and he's coming up with some clever shit back to back and I have no response. That's getting cooked. Not having him say the couple crappy things he said, that shit wasn't getting cooked. And he wasn't even coming at, you know. And hey, look, the dude was right. Well, he was right. I don't think this is going to save boxing, though. He was wrong with that. This is not saving boxing, but he was right. Jake Paul got fucked up. You're going to get your pack bus. Word up. What up, Raphael? Okay. People used to say roast. But even roast is when somebody's coming in hard at somebody and they're just saying one thing, funny, clever thing after another. Has to be funny and clever. You can't just be somebody trying to say something witty and nobody laughs. It has to be something that people like. You know what I'm saying? That's what a roast is. I would say he served you. He didn't do any of that. Matter of fact, he wasn't even talking to me directly. He was just getting excited that he called it right because he's a fucking narcissist. And look, we all are. Like, I like being right too. You know? And I said this to you guys, did I not? I said, nothing I said came true except one thing. And I said that from the beginning. The punch resistance is the key to this fight. I have a video I dropped 3-4 days ago that says that. This will come down to punch resistance. Who has a better chin? And that's what it came down to. Because the second Mike got tapped, he was wobbling around like the fucking arena got shook by a 9.0 on the Richter scale. He was wobbling around. And that's when you saw, okay, he can't take a punch. And that's when it was over. So I called that. Remember what I told you guys? I'm not a fucking Miss Cleo. I'm not a, what was that thing from Big? Oh, not Gandor. No, what the fuck was it called? Right now it's making me crazy. Machine in Big that tells future. I don't know why I can't remember what it was called. Zoltar. There we go. I'm not a fucking Zoltar machine. Like, I don't know. That's why I gave you guys a bunch of different scenarios. right? And one of my scenarios did come true. Because when you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was the punch resistance. That if Tyson could have taken those shots, there'd have been a whole different ball game. And the old Tyson would have taken those no problem. A lot of casuals saying the fight was rigged. You know what, Alberto? It might be rigged. When I mean rigged, here's what I mean. They could have had a talk. That to me looked like a sparring session. Meaning, look, let's go easy. Obviously, if anybody gets hurt, step back. Don't finish anybody off. But go in there and throw some real shots, do some real work. But then also chill and go easy when needed. And let's make sure there's no knockout. Whoever gets the better, whoever, fine. That's what sparring's like. But nobody's knocking anybody out, especially not the young man or knocking out the older legend. And if anybody gets hurt, back off. And that's what we saw. So that, by definition, is rigged. Not being like, go for it, whatever happens, happens. No, any kind of a predetermined understanding before a fight is quote unquote rigged. I think there's a good chance that they might have had a predetermined understanding. That's very possible. I know. No, I know. I didn't say he served you. Okay. He's on the juice. He could be. They both could be. You don't think Mike looks like he's on fucking juice? Come on. They both could be. Now, Mike, granted, Mike always looked like that, but not at 58. Alberto, cut it out before you get your pack bus. People are hating on Jake. Meanwhile, he got 60 million household watching him and put the spotlight on Serrano. Yeah. Well, I'm hating on Jake. Not hating, but hold on. I got to get a drink. I'm fucking parched. Check this out. Apple flavored seltzer. I'm annoyed at Jake because he thinks he did something. So even if you see in the after, sorry guys, I'm thirsty. His CEO of his company or whatever, they were like, you know what, Mike just had an amazing performance and he went in there and he outboxed the baddest man in the planet and he just put on a spectacular. And I'm like, are you guys fucking kidding me? He outboxed the baddest man on the planet. Yeah, 40 years ago, he was literally the baddest man was coined in 1985 or 6 on Mike. That's almost 40 years ago. Now, Mike was still arguably, you know, he wasn't in his prime in 95 anymore, but he was still one of the top heavyweights. So even if you want to go to 95, it's been 30 years since he's been a top, but they're talking like something happened. And that's a spectacular performance. Jake didn't even look that good. He didn't look bad, but he didn't look that good. But more importantly, look who he was fighting. I mean, that's what bothers me about Jake, is that he really thinks, like I heard him talking with Eddie Hearn maybe a couple of years ago, and Eddie Hearn was like, yo, Jake, you know, honestly, Jake, you're a decent fighter, but, you know, you're never going to be, you're nowhere near championship level. You're nowhere, you've done nothing yet, and you might get there, but you've done nothing yet. And Jake goes, oh, really? Beating 3 former world champions is nothing? He's talking about MMA fighters. That's how twisted his mind is. And Eddie Hearn's like, world champions in MMA? We're talking about boxing. That's how twisted his brain is. He goes with, I beat world champions. Be honest. Yeah, I'm beating dudes who are at the very low level, who have no boxing experience. But what he should say is, I'm doing what every fighter does. I'm building my record with people with less experience. They just happen to be fan. He doesn't say that. He makes it seem like those guys are world champions and those are solid wins. And that's what I don't like about him. He's not honest. If he was honest with what he was doing, I personally would get down with him way more. Mike didn't look good, Marco. It is what it is. No, he didn't look good at all. It looked terrible. And what I see in the house, yeah, he didn't get hurt. Well, he didn't get hurt because I think they had a little understanding. Like, yo, like Jake fucking took his foot off the gas, clearly. What would you say you missed? What would you say you missed with your Tyson prediction? I thought I was going to win, but one of my other alternates was it comes down to punch resistance. And if we have another Holyfield Vitor Belfort situation. Remember I said that, which we did. Now Tyson took it a little better, but Jake also didn't tee off on that motherfucker, like tee off on him like Tiger Woods. He wasn't teeing off like Tiger Woods at the fucking New England tour. Vitor Belfort teed off and he was rooted up, so that's why Holyfield went down and got out of there. If Jake would have teed off on him, it would have been the same shit. Would have been the same shit. So I learned, and none of us knew this. We have never seen a 58-year-old man box before Holyfield did it, ever. So we had no barometer. So when it first happened, I said this to you guys. I go, look, there's a chance it might be a Vitor Belfort situation. If that happens, Tyson loses. And that's what happened. But I didn't think it would happen. But I also had no precedent. It's never happened before. Now there's two fights, both guys who had some of the best chins in boxing history in their prime, both had no chin left at 58. So now I've learned, I don't know about you guys, but you guys should take this from it. We've learned that the chin erodes with age. Power might still be there. You maintain a little speed, you maintain most of your power, but your chin is fucking gone. So that's what I missed because I wasn't sure if that would happen because I'd never seen enough. That's why I always tell you guys, I don't judge these fantasy fights with current fighters because I haven't seen enough. I don't know what's left with them. Just like I didn't know what was left with somebody fighting at 58. Smash that like button. Listen to this man. Rockman schooled Jake Paul in a sparring session. He didn't school him. I disagree. And Rockman's my boy. Like I've known him since a baby. I thought Jake I thought Jake actually got the better of him. Hassan wasn't really throwing at him. I really think I don't know. He wasn't trying to, or maybe he was trying to save face. Because if he engaged and Jake still clipped him, it'd make him look bad. I've done that before. All fighters know this. Sometimes when you're in there with somebody and they're getting the better of you and they shouldn't, you kind of start playing with them, and then you're rational after, so you save face is like, I was just playing with him. Come on, man. He's inexperienced. Yet, because you know that if you stop playing after he clips you a few times, you go at him, and if he keeps clipping you, you know, they usually clip you, and then you're like, oh shit, this dude's faster than I thought. Oh, he has better IQ than I thought. Ooh, hits harder than I thought. So I seemed like the Hassan thing seemed like he was trying to save face because he engaged a few times, and Jake was clipping him. And he started talking, and so I actually think Jake got the better of him. And there's a possibility that Hassan wasn't trying, but to me it looked like Jake was better than he thought, and he didn't want to look stupid to a YouTuber, so he just started acting like he's not trying. Who's the guy next to Jake talking about he outboxed the boxer? Fred, what up? I'm going to call you later. I know I was supposed to do it yesterday. I'm going to do it. So maybe we can be done with, I know, man. It's not. We all learned. 58. And it's ironic how Tyson and Holyfield were both 58. And if I'm telling you, if Jake would have put his foot on the gas like Belfort did, we might have got the same. He might have been out. And Jake had the balls. He knows that would ruin him if he knocks out Mike Tyson. It would ruin him. He knows it. That's why I believe they probably had. I don't know if you heard this, Fred. I believe that they probably had a little agreement. Go easy. What up, Ryan? When I saw B-Hop get punched out in the ring at 50, that was the measuring stick for me. See, Ryan, I disagree. B-Hop was actually doing okay in that fight, and then he got hit and he fell out the ring. You're acting like he hit him so hard he knocked him out the ring. Falling out the ring is always a thing of happenstance. You have to be in the right position. The right punch has to land. It's hard to hit somebody out the ring. It's not about how hard you hit. I disagree. Hopkins was looking good up to that point with that dude. He wasn't getting destroyed, you know. So no, to me that didn't say anything. I would crash out if Tyson got the KO. Yeah, man. What up, Gohan? Tone Deaf, what up, blood? Mike, what up? Canelo needs to KO Jake to avenge Mike. Canelo's not fighting no fucking Jake. And Jake didn't knock Mike out. So now you don't have all these people coming after him like Dog the Bounty Hunter. Good to see you. What's up, Black Ray? Marco Boxing. Tyson is a sellout. He sold his legacy for $20 million. Tyson is a bum. So did Floyd sell his legacy out for fighting John Gotti's fucking grandson twice? Because I kind of agree with you. I think Floyd sold himself out doing that. So do you agree that Floyd sold himself out, or is Floyd didn't. Because I think it's the same fucking thing. They both did it for money. We all learned, but I learned as soon as I saw the rumor of this fight, Tyson was like, yeah, hey, man. A lot of people said that. Wasn't B-Hop a champ? Yes, B-Hop was a champion at 50. Exactly. So you don't just, that's what I was trying to say. That fight, he didn't look horrible. Tyson looked horrible the whole fight. Front to back. Like a wipe. Front to back like you're wiping. That's one of Tyson's head on a stick. Exactly. What's up, Blue? Yo, your last punching bag display was epic. I would love to see your version of Canelo left hook to the body and face Tupac. Oh, two-piece. Appreciate you, Tone. Which one are you talking about exactly? Because I haven't put one up in a few days. Maybe put it in the chat. Appreciate it though. Floyd didn't sell his legacy, Marco. He didn't lose. So it matters if you lose. So you can fight old people. You could fight non-boxers. You could fight just ridiculous clown fucking fights. But if you lose, you're a sellout. But if you don't win, but if you don't lose, you're not a sellout. That sounds hypocritical to me. That doesn't make sense. Jake Paul managers. I know. Agreed. Mayweather's okay. Well, I agree, and I think, and I say this, and people don't like hearing it, but I don't care. I think they both need the money. Just like Mike wanted to fight Logan. And I don't like what Logan said. Well, motherfucker, I'll kill you. And then Logan said after in an interview, I just think I wouldn't fight Mike. I just think he wants money. And I agree. I think he wants money. Logan should have been way more classy. Like, these dudes got to stop playing this fucking WWE villain role. Floyd fights, exhibitions. Mike, what's the fuck's the difference? What's the difference? Okay, I agree. An official fight is worse. Granted, a little worse, but we're still talking with apples and oranges. No, excuse me. Tomato here. That's what we're talking. So it's almost the same thing. It's fucking goofy. It is worse if it's sanctioned. That's true. This Jake Paul BS just got out of line. He's going to keep coming, man. And he was smart enough not to have dudes like Andre Ward and Canelo and Benavidez after his ass because he didn't knock Mike out. Do you guys all see? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play my video. Do you guys want me to play the video? Just say, please tell me in the chat right now. I think we got enough people in here. I was waiting until at least 30 got in. Do you want me to play the video? I dropped the video today of Mike and Jake. Say yes or say another time in the chat right now. And I'm going to pull it up real quick. It's only a minute and a half, so I'll play it. What you guys think? I'll wait for you to say. Edwin, what up, blood? All right, we got yes. Fred, you didn't see it yet? All right, I'll play it. I thought you saw it, Fred. Fred's like one of my closest friends in real life. And he didn't even see my shit. That's fucked up, Fred. All right, here we go. Let's play this motherfucker. What's up, hoops? Here we go. I'm going to play my Mike Tyson video, and then we shall chop it up after. Here we go.
Tyson starts the fight powered up like it's the first 30 seconds of his character in Punch-Out. Chasing Jake down like he's collecting a bounty. Iron Mike even rocks Jake back with a shotgun jab. Tyson continues turning the clock back in round 2, throwing more heat than Johnny Storm, and savagely peekabooing at Jake like a gopher with rabies. But seconds later, Paul lands a cinder block right that stumbles Tyson like he's failing a sobriety test on the side of the highway. Mike quickly regathers himself and aggressively springs forward, but Paul cracks him with a fistful of vertigo before slipping out of range. Kid Dynamite keeps pressing forward in round 3, but gets fed an extra crispy 5-piece that blows a gasket in his knees. That 5-piece leaves Tyson nibbling on his gloves, looking for the side of biscuits it came with. The problem child then starts tattooing the other side of Mike's face, which sees Tyson recoil back before striking like a king cobra to land a sharp counter. The 30-year younger Ohio native keeps beating Mike like he sold him a kilo of baking soda, which forces the Brownsville native to hail an Uber and start circling the ring. But Paul shows more mercy than Cobra Kai and takes his foot off the gas, preserving the 58-year-old's legacy and his replacement hip. In the closing moments of the fight, Jake shows the ultimate respect by bowing at Mike like he's at a Buddhist temple. Jake's hand victorious.
All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. What you guys think? Oh, I seen this. It's great. Thank you. Thank you. Why do you think Floyd is still doing these fights? Money. I've been saying that for years. Okay, maybe a mix. Money's a big part, and just he probably likes, he's an attention whore. He likes all the attention. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. He started chewing on that biscuit. Appreciate you, Edwin. You should have did this video with Jake Paul wig. I'm not. That's so fucking corny. I'm never putting on wigs. That's fucking cornball. That's a cheese dipped cornball. I swear it sounds like you took a hit of helium. Yeah, my voice gets high sometimes. You know what I've noticed? My wife brought this up. When I start talking and my voice gets tired, and I'm after doing the video for a while, recording, I start going high. Yeah, I don't like it. One correction, Cobra Kai. No, I said shows more mercy than Cobra Kai. They don't show any mercy. It shows more. I know what I'm doing, Fred. I fucking write this shit down. They show more mercy than Cobra because Cobra shows none. Come on now. I'm on it. Can't lie. All that championship fights were great. Hell yeah, man. I didn't watch a fight. Didn't see that. Okay. Well, you just saw my shit. What'd you think, Hoops? Keep that same energy at TBV. Hell no. Once TBV starts paying me, nah. I can't keep that energy for 2-3 hours. And it's not even my show. I'm not going to go in there and take over somebody else's show. He's not making that much for these fights, is he? Who? Marco, I don't want this to happen, but if Canelo fights Mike, would it do better numbers than Jake's fight? No. I don't think so. Marco doesn't look like he could be so animated. My bad. No problem. No problem. Amazing video. Thank you, Pancho. Floyd. What'd you ask about Floyd? If he's not, why is he? If he's not making that much money for these, no, he makes money. Millions. But like me and Fred will get what I'm talking about right now. His fights Floyd's first exhibitions went from being on pay-per-view. Then they went from being on to Showtime. Then they went on ESPN, and now they're on fucking Nick at Night. His show, his exhibitions now were on Nick at Night. That's what they're on now. Nobody gives a fuck. Who wants to see him fight John Gotti's grandson? I bet you half you young guys in here don't even know who John Gotti is. Like the original John Gotti, the gangster. He's fighting his grandson. What the fuck? And before that, he fought some dude who nobody ever heard of. Literally, some like club fighter level guy, just one of his boys. Yeah. Jake Paul has somewhat of a conscience. We don't know. Maybe he has one. Maybe he just talks like he has one. I don't want it to happen, but maybe Canelo should fight Jake. No, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. You think he's making $25 million to fight Gotti's grandson? No. But here, let's figure it out. How much did Floyd Mayweather get to fight John Gotti? Floyd Mayweather expected to earn at least $20 million to fight Gotti. $20 million. So you were off only by $5 million. Jump. $20 million. John Gotti from the Gambino family. Yep. That's fire energy, which you explain the fights. I've never seen something like that. You've never seen my videos before, Edwin? You've seen them, right? You have to have seen them, no? You never seen them before? Floyd fought a famous YouTuber with 3 losses. If Canelo fifths Jake, then Canelo should retire. Oh, fights Jake. Yep. There's no way. Yep. I hate that this fight happened, but I'm happy people are talking boxing. That's true. I have. Oh, okay. I thought you were kind of talking like I thought you'd never seen me do videos before. I never go live on Saturday nights. All right, what we got? Sad man seeing 58-year-old getting punched on, shaking my head, and Ness keeps glaring for Jake. Ness thinks that this is going to save boxing because Ness doesn't want boxing to get any lower because that's how he makes his living. And I get that. This isn't going to save boxing, though. Never seen anybody the way you do it ever. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. If he's making that, then okay. I thought he was only making a couple million for those fights. I mean, these aren't official numbers. Maybe, who knows? Benavidez Morel card. Yeah, when is that? Benavidez is going to beat the shit out of Morel. What up, CT? Oh shit, I'm in CT too. I'd rather watch WWE event than, well, that was similar to a WWE event. The dudes really slam each other. They really put their bodies through trauma, through harm, but there's a predetermined script to follow. And I believe there might have been a predetermined script to follow. It was very similar to a sparring session last night. They go, look, we're going to go in, throw your shots, try and do better. But if one starts getting off on the other one too much, back off by any means necessary. Do not knock the legend out. And if anybody's hurt, back off. Don't let it finish. This is going the distance. Have fun. That is what I believe the script was. And it might even just been a verbal handshake. It might have been in the contract. But it could have been. Honestly, I don't think Mike would have woken up. This hurt boxing because I don't think it hurt boxing. When you bring so many, you know how many people messaged me, text me yesterday? People who I barely never hit me up. People who don't even like boxing, like don't follow boxing at all. Hit me up, yo. Who you got? Who you watch it? Like, because they all know that I'm their like boxing friend. So many, like that's how many eyeballs and homes this reached. Benavidez, Jake Paul. Yeah, okay. Logan should have done a match. Logan should have been more respectful. What up, Eon? Wrestling. February 1st with Pitbull. Dope. I'm excited. Co-main event was who'd you guys have winning? Katie Taylor or Serrano? I had Katie. I might have been going for her, though, because I love Ireland, man. I got Irish friends. I've been to Ireland, even though I'm from New York and I grew up around Puerto Ricans, but I was going for Katie. I won't front. So I'm glad she won. But I'm okay with her losing, too, because it was so close. Who are your guys? WF? Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was my favorite. Love the Ultimate Warrior. Love Brutus the Barber. I love the dude named Hercules Hernandez. I love the Islanders tag team. Hulk Hogan, obviously. Macho Man. Man, I loved a lot of them. Nah, Mike clearly did that for the bread. Of course. He made a comment, too, at one point leading up to the fight, being like, this money that I'm getting for this fight is not going to change my lifestyle. Like, alluding to he's doing it for the fucking fun of it and for the legacy. I don't believe that. What's good? What up, Jimmy? Benavidez, Jake Paul. Yeah, I'd wish. Serrano versus Taylor was real. Yeah, well, Barrios' fight was fucking... Those dudes were exchanging like they're at a Topps baseball convention. Baseball card convention. Yes, but they're coming back February. My parents were talking about it. They are Tyson age. Okay. I'd rather watch a Gerald Miller fight instead of the fight we had yesterday. Yeah. Well, it wasn't real, but the nostalgia was dope. Seeing Mike just walk to the ring, I know it got all dudes my age fucking hyped. This fight definitely helped the sport of boxing. Yeah, of course. You had Amanda? Okay. Nah, we all know why you had Taylor winning. Why? Said that? Fucking Amin said that shit again. He goes, oh, I know you. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Me? Is that like a racist? Like, is that what you're trying to say, Eon? Are you serious? Or are you trying to refer back to what you heard on TV? Because I think Amin said, oh, I know you have her winning. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? What up, Ray? Welcome. Marco was great. The sport bring exposure to Netflix for a platform and showcase. The Barrios was stagnant and great. Yep, it was. Jimmy Superfly Snook, I liked him too. Macho Man, of course. Boxing had a good showing. Thank God we didn't have Shakur or Devin up there. Yeah. Well, I might be cool with Shakur now, so. Oh, wait. Kept Shakur name out of your mouth. Barrios and Ramos were fighting Mexican style. Yeah, man. That was like each guy was getting dropped. That fight was great. Haney and Loma was a fun fight, somewhat. AB streamed the Tyson vs. Jake live on Twitter when the Netflix was lagging. Good for him. Not boxer AB. AB who? What's AB? You see Zepeda? Nope, I didn't see that fight at all. Shakur not who you think he is, Eon. I went to that fight last night. It was. Oh, you went last night, Bones? You went at the Tyson fight? So you're in Texas, obviously? That's dope. How was it? How's the energy there? Shakur wasn't that bum. Zepeda. I respect Jake, in my opinion, yeah, he did take it easy, but he probably took it more easy because he didn't want it to affect his stock, not because he's this good guy. CTE main man himself. AB. Who the fuck's AB? I don't know what you're talking about. Nah, he said not Adrian Broner. Antonio Brown? Nah, I have no idea who that is. I have no idea who that is. Antonio Brown. Who the fuck is Antonio Brown? Football player? Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is. Don't know. Don't show. Don't care. Now the next big fight coming up, which I'm fucking amped about, is the rematch for the lineal heavyweight championship of the world. Alexander Usyk, who put out a funny video today, he busts through some weird like cellophane wrap curtain and goes, "Hey, my friend, Greedy Belly, don't worry or don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone." Mwah. Weird, but fucking entertaining. You hurt the legend. Everyone will hate Jake. Hell yeah. He knows. He's not stupid. Mark, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Interesting question. Whatever wifey makes. I like mixing. I love the mixture of sweet and like I love the gravy, the yams. Shout out Tone, two-tone yams with marshmallow on top. I love the cranberry sauce. I love the stuffing and the turkey meat. I love all of it together. Antonio Brown, wide receiver. I love I'll take one little bite of all of it and just chew that shit all together. Just a flavor, a burst of flavors in my mouth. And yes, I said that on purpose. I'm not gonna say Paul.
Tutti frutti.
Hey, who did that?
Tutti frutti.
All right, stop it. Fury. Yeah, from the Steelers, Marco. He took his jersey off during a game because they made him play injured. Okay. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You got Fury? All right. Harry Balls. I doubt that's your real name, but welcome. Logan was very I know, right? What the fuck? Was he trying to be funny or what was he doing? Motherfucker, I'll fuck you up. Isn't that what he said? Word for word, I believe. Greedy Bellies. That's dope. Greedy Belly. Because when they were trying to first fight before Turkey Al Sheik got involved, this motherfucker was asking for mad money. Fury. I think Fury was always worried about Usyk. I'll be honest. He kind of said it. He's a smaller guy. He's tough. Like, I want to get paid fully if I'm fighting this guy. Benavidez fight before that, doesn't he? Yes, sir. The energy was good, but you can tell it was all casual fans. I've been to other fights, Errol Spence fights, Mikey Garcia and Canelo, and it's more loud. Okay. Well, that's a great. Thanks, Bones. That's a good insight into the event. I tried to get approved for credentials, but they didn't approve me. Marco, like green bean casserole. Yeah, I like that shit too. What about the oven baked mac and cheese? I don't fuck with carbs like that. So it's tasty, but I stopped eating pasta and mac and cheese a long time ago. Like I'll have black bean pasta or like what's it called? The spaghetti. What's it called to you? No, the spaghetti that comes from spaghetti squash. I'll use that instead of. I don't fuck with actual pasta. Mike knew it was hype. I don't have Fury. I just said that because you said Usyk. Oh, okay, who do you have? But they took Twitter stream down and then CTE ESPN put it back. Okay. I got Usyk. Okay. Jake Paul couldn't even touch 5'8", 45-year-old Floyd. You mean Logan. But to be fair, Mike just not shell of himself. Yeah. So this is something we've learned, everybody. Let's be real clear here. This is something that I was saying this earlier in the stream before you guys came in. We didn't have any kind of a barometer or precedent on what it looks like when somebody in their mid to late 50s fights. We didn't know. We've seen people be successful in their 40s. championship level successful. We've even seen B-Hop, I think, at 50 be a champion. So we didn't know what it's like, but now we know, right? Now we know that 58 is a dramatically, drastically, deeply different thing. And the body is way more worn down than somebody who is in their 40s. 40s now, 2020s, 40s, based on all the evolution. There's human evolution, exercise science, medicine, sports technology, all that stuff. 40s, you could still be completely at the highest level in your 40s now, which was not the case even 10 years ago. Fury doesn't have a footwork to beat Usyk. Okay, I disagree. He's going to lean on him and fuck him up. Logan, you're right. Yep. I congratulate you on your non-carb diet because I cut back. Yeah, I mean, it's, I get used to it. Fuck carbs. My dad cornered Melinda Watpool last night. We were robbed by Shadeja Green. I didn't see that fight, but I heard that Shadeja got robbed. Mike Tyson entrance was cool. I mean, anything he does is cool. You know what I'm saying? He had that. And that shows you, too. That whole scowl and all that shit talk. Oh, he slapped Jake. Oh, he's not talking. It's like, it's time to fight. All that shit. Because we're in a culture now, boxing culture, a lot of the pop culture. If you talk, if you pretend to be something or you say you're something, you're it. You act like you're fucking me mugging. Oh, this guy, don't fuck with him. But then look what happened when the bell rang last night. All that shit that Mike was doing, nothing. Nothing. He even like fucking Logan Paul be like, yeah, and I'll fuck you up. I'll kill you. He just laughed. Now, I'm not saying Mike's a bitch because Mike is crazy. He'll probably still try and kill you at this age. But the point is, when people say, ooh, the face-off and this and all this and that shit almost never means anything. I've seen dudes look scared in face-offs or look disengaged and destroy the opponent. But I've also seen dudes like Riddick Bowe fucking snuff two-piece Larry Donald at the press conference and get in his head and had him shook like Prodigy and Havoc, had him shook and then beat him easy in the fight. So the point is, it's not a tell. You never know what's going to happen. What up, Stomped? Stumbled across your video. Love your commentary, brother. Appreciate you. Welcome, Stomped. Welcome. He tried his best but couldn't move. Oh, shit. You hear them? Ooh. My cats are fighting. While Tank fights nobody at their best and simply hasn't challenged himself. I mean, come on. Tank has fought. Oh, look, he hasn't fought the best fighters, but come on. He's just a small town outside of Toronto. Okay. You have the funny analogies. Thank you. Don't reward Tank who does nothing to fight. Get out of here, you. I heard a raccoon or something. Nah, that was the cats going wild, fighting each other. I wish Mike was on some Larry Merchant shit with Logan. I know, man. That was so disrespectful. Yeah, it's a cat. Two cats fighting. If Mike would have maintained his health most of his life, he would have been. That's not true, Kobe. Evander Holyfield went through the same fucking thing at 58. And Evander Holyfield is notoriously straight edge his whole life. Never drank, never smoked, always in great shape, always had a good diet. That's not true. That's what I'm saying. You took two different guys, both with amazing chins, both guys who live really well now. Like Mike did change over his diet, but he did do drugs. Holyfield never did any drugs, always was, and they both have no chin left in their late 50s. So to me, that now is enough evidence, enough of a sample size to now say that the percentage is high, that if somebody's fighting in their mid to late 50s, their chin will have eroded dramatically. The exposure is good for boxing. Rather, it's casual, being entertaining or not. Amazing. Kid playing the heel. Yep. Like The Rock returning. Yep. People always say it on Twitter, and facts are facts. Zerto has a better resume than Tank. Maybe, but Tank's a better fighter. I don't think Tyson much of anything left, to be honest. No, he doesn't. He's almost 60. And now we learned that matters. I wasn't sure if it mattered because Brown Hopkins was a champion at 50. I'm almost 50, and I'm still very, very sharp when I work out. But that's literally in 10 years, a lot might change with me. You know what I'm saying? And Mike's 10 years older than me. Nah, Mike didn't held back. Hell no, Eon. Jake held back. That could be worn on TBV today. I got shit to do, kid. Just came back from seeing a movie with the family. B-Hop took excellent care of his body. No smoking, drink. B-Hop too. Yep. Yep. Exactly, Smooth. At least Jake Paul was being respectful after the fight. Yeah, well, you know, it's easy to be respectful when you fucking win. You know what I mean? You think the Roy Jones Tyson could have beaten Paul? He would have looked better. That Tyson looked way better. Way better. Like, way better. That's another thing that threw me off. That motherfucker was 54. So that's what I'm saying. It looks like mid to late 50s is the cutoff. Because Tyson then was in his early 50s. That Tyson would have, I don't know if he would have beat Jake, but he would have had I mean, come on, there was a huge difference. Maybe his knee was fucked up because this dude's knees were fucking buckling. Like he was getting tased in the fucking kneecap. He kept buckling. Get that back from Mike. I might go in there and fuck that dude up. No, I won't do that. People asking for Andre Ward. Andre's not going to do that now because, you know, Mexican Monster Morel is official. Yeah, I know. Alberto, Monster is going to annihilate Morel. Stop him. All this Morel talk is insane. That people think he could be like. I don't get why people don't give Benavidez credit. Like, do you not have eyeballs? If you have eyeballs, then you automatically run eyeball tests. And either there's something wrong with your grading fucking pen, or you're biased. Oh, Tyson mentioned today he almost died from that health issue he had earlier. No, he didn't. Oh, you know what? He might have. I had a friend who had a bleeding ulcer. You lose a lot of blood and you do almost die. That's true. I'm pissed Jake showed respect. Yeah, because you wanted to hate him, right? What'd you guys think of Shushu, by the way? Shit, for 20 million, I think Ward would. Maybe. Dude, Jake just had so many opportunities to put an end to this once and for all. Yeah, he did. He did. Easy. Easy. Yeah, I agree with you, and that's good. I haven't even checked my videos yet, see how they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Fred, you still in here? I'm assuming if you're in here, you would have said something. Katie won the fight, but she is a dirty fighter. That's what I've been hearing. I was on TBV, I was watching, but I was kind of doing other shit, so I didn't pay full attention to it. Ward was a big 168 version of Shakur. Nah, Ward hit harder. All right, cool. Shushu wasn't too bad, but needs to fight in the Africa. Shushu looked great to me. Looked really good. I didn't like how he was just earmuffing it at first and doing mostly earmuff and very little head movement on defense. I didn't like that. But then I saw that maybe he was doing it on purpose because he was getting money to engage. And he felt Homeboy's power and wasn't really worried about it. Katie literally showed a boxing lesson. It looked like it to me. Shushu was 27 on 28. Well, generally when you're 27, Alberto, you're always going on 28. I'm just saying. That's always coming after 27. Anywhere in the planet. Anywhere in the universe, really. I don't see a high ceiling for him. Do you think he's too old? I thought he was 24. I didn't realize he was going to be 28 already. I see what Alberto's saying. I've been saying fight identical. Casuals and people, no days consider box with no heart to win. Spada went the distance and got dropped by Tevin Farmer. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. What up, Rodriguez? Rodriguez, why are you always coming in late? You always come in when I'm going to wrap it up soon. You're a late arriver. Michael Ford, what up, blood? Welcome. Marco, what do you think about Jake versus Wilder? All right, you get the first sound effect for the day. Jake versus Wilder.
Get the fuck out of here!
Jake versus Wilder?
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Actually, maybe you don't smoke crack. Jake might be able to beat Wilder. This version of Wilder, he won't even throw punches. He'll just start spinning like a dreidel. Who are you talking to, Tia? Who are you talking to? My bad. Wife thinks she has a tick. I don't think it's a tick. I hope not. Shakur TKO Zepeda. Well, we do live in the fucking woods, so. Yeah, not a fan of Shushu. I'd rather see Inoue fight Nakataki. That's my point, Marco. Buddy's almost 30. You might be right. Jake Paul's a face of boxing. All right, I'm just gonna pass right over that. Damn, you don't care. Me either. Wilder, he gets 20 million and another KO on his record. I don't know, man. This Wilder looks awful. You love that I was in tears? That's rude. What you guys laughing at? Something I said? Well, I made somebody laugh. I don't even know what I just said. If it was me. Oh, the fact that we moved out here in the wilderness. What do you expect? I mean, I'm assuming. How do you know it's a tick? Is that bad? Well, are you sure it's a tick? How do you know? Anybody see Shakur? Oh, those can give you Lyme's disease, right? But they don't all give you Lyme disease, right? Anybody see Shakur give up the little boxing advice on how he should hold back until later rounds? No, I didn't see that. Man, Wilder would beat him. Yeah, Wilder would fuck him up. You just move. No, Connecticut. Over 65 million watched. Yeah, I know. They're laughing at you and oh, we're not going at it. She's just freaking out because she thinks she saw a tick. No, I didn't see that, Kobe. That's pretty cool. You ever been out there? It's nice. How was a Shushu? Shushu looked good to me, man. Spray a repellent for all bugs. Okay. Mike for deaf smoking crack. Yeah, no, that's. I mean, who do you think Paul should fight next? Did you guys see Better Biev tweet at Paul? He goes, "I'm open. If you know how you would do against the real unified light heavyweight champion, I'm open to suggestions." That's some creepy shit. That's some like Freddy Krueger horror movie shit. That Better Biev, man. Mario Barrios was a hype job at heart. You have pets? Yeah, I have cats. Hey, did so good with Ugas only to fight like a bitch. Haha. Did you see Tank calling Jake a bozo? Yeah, that was funny. He's right. Tank. Jake Paul versus Jesse Hart. Who's Jesse Hart? Arthur's a clown for fighting Jake Paul instead of Bivol. Straight scared shit. I mean, he wants to make money. Arthur would walk through. I know. There is no way on God green earth that Jake Paul would fight Better Biev. No fucking way. And you know what he's going to use? I'm a cruiserweight. I can't make 75. That's what he would use. Marco, is there any already GoFundMe for? Well, you better do it. Nah, I think there might be, but I don't know for sure. I don't think there is yet. But if you're going to do it, do it. If not, maybe somebody else will do it. I don't know. Nope. Jake Paul wants to fight another UFC fighter. Of course he does. Alberto was supposed to make that a month ago. I know. He keeps. I mean, look, I appreciate him even talking about it. That's nice. The real winners didn't watch the fight. I wouldn't even disrespect Mike like that. Marco, did you see those cheeks? I did see those wrinkly flapjack cheeks. I saw them. He lost to Tommy Fury. Better Biev would be a sanctioned murder. Yeah, but can he make 75? What's up, Anthony? The Canelo fight is a cash out fight. Word. Marco struggling after leaving Virgil Hunter. Mario, sorry, Hunter had him in sound fundamentals. Maybe. Why aren't y'all exposing Tyson? His record and legacy is forever tainted. No, it's not. Anybody who fights at 58 years old, no matter what happens, no matter what happens, no matter how they lose, it doesn't affect anything. But if they win, then it adds to the legacy. So Tyson fighting is a win-win. You know, he fights, he makes money. If he loses, he was supposed to lose. Whatever. He's Mike. People love seeing him. If he wins, he's Mike. You get what I'm saying? Jake Paul versus Connor. Connor won't do that. Connor's too small. Mike Spicy, you can tell he was a beast in the pan. You mean like a beast on some like fruity type shit? I just don't want there to be two GoFundMe. Nah, there isn't yet. So get to it. I think somebody said they might want to, but nobody did it yet. No prime Tyson's career. Lots of people say his record's overrated. Word. There's no reason to fight at 58. Just shows Tyson's the sellout with no respect for himself. He might need money, Armor. Who is that guy right next to Jake talking about how I know. That was, you talking about I talked about him. That's the co-owner, co-founder of MVP Promotions. I forget his name. I was talking about that earlier, Dwayne. He was like so delusional. Mike had an amazing performance, amazing showing. No, the shit was freezing. The girls and Barrios fought great, but Mike and Jake was boring. And on top of that, and then he goes, an amazing performance. And Jake just beat the baddest man on the planet. I mean, it doesn't get better. I'm like, you mean 40 years ago, the baddest man? Like, come on. I almost flipped my living room table and Mike literally got the snot. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I think he's getting down. Still love him. I think it's his manager. No, that guy is co-founder or co-CEO of MVP Promotions. They said it. That's how I know. They said his name and said MVP Promotions CEO or whatever. Also, Tyson deserves for doing all the crack and mushrooms. I don't think he ever smoked crack. Maybe coke, but not crack. I thought Mario lost his jab mid-round. Mario was fucking him up, and then just this dude came at him, and this dude isn't even a hard puncher. Great fight, though. What are these old heads getting emotional over a guy that doesn't know you exist? It's a good point. With 30, 40-year-olds highlight playing. Mike was wild, smoking coke and all types of shit. Yeah, man. I wonder if Mike and DMX ever hung out. You know that was just crack smoke everywhere. You open the car door, instead of weed smoke, it's just crack smoke. Man, Mike and DMX, and you know they hung out. Both New York dudes, they have to have hung out. Mike at 13 beat the brakes off. Yeah. Mike would have beat Jake at any age up until 40. In his 40s, probably. The ring announcer was trash. He called Jake the face of boxing. Well, you know. Sugar Ray was the fight yesterday. Glad to see he's doing fine. Sugar Ray was at the fight. Sugar Ray Leonard. Yeah. Like how you expect to knock out someone without inventing punch variation or body with educated jab. Like you realize you have to set up to KO these guys. Yep. Marco, you come up with analogies. How do you come up, Marco? Do you come up with the analogies for your boxing vids? The way you deliver them. Thank you. You're asking, how do I come up with them, or do I? I don't get what you're asking. It's okay. Rant away. I respect Tank after he said Jake should have finished the show. Nah, he doesn't think Jake should have finished it. He just says you couldn't even finish it. But I don't think Jake was trying to finish it. So that doesn't really, that little dig from Tank doesn't really, but it was bozo shit. Mike at 13 would have beat any of us. Yeah, he wouldn't have beat me at 13. Well, me at 13 and him at 13, yes, he would have beat me. Me at 23, him at 13, probably not. Jake is a fave. Dog boxing numbers don't lie. Mike as a teenager was a demigod. How the hell have you grown? Yeah, I know. It's true. Demigod. I like that. I'm going to use that word in one of my videos. Teenager Mike was full of roids. Get out of here. Armor, you're on some real fucking trolling hater shit tonight, huh? It disgusts me. Disgusts. You meant to write with a T. Even that Jake actually has pride of beating up. I know. It's ridiculous. And now Jake, in his mind, he's so twisted. In his mind, literally, he doesn't see 58-year-old, bad knee, no punch resistance. He doesn't see any of that. He sees, he doesn't see 14-ounce gloves, only 2-minute rounds. He doesn't see any of that. He sees, I have a win on Mike Tyson on my permanent record. Now, I'll tell you the truth. The smaller gloves, I don't think would have made a difference. You guys know my deal with that. Harder gloves hurt more. But the 2-minute rounds made a difference. Mike might have got hurt, like inadvertently hurt, if it was 3-minute rounds. As far as popularity, Jake is one of the, yeah, absolutely. I heard he was 190. Jake, now it was 228. Pull in a car full of cracks. I'm saying that's those two guys hanging out for sure. The ring was 100 yards. Is that big or small? You're trying to say big, I guess, right? Who would have gotten hurt in a small ring? Okay, so it was a big ring. It would have been the same shit. I mean, Mike was the one running. You guys saw my video. Mike was the one who held the Uber and started fucking going for a ride. Sort of ended up like the last one. Who you got, Jake versus Tank? That's interesting. I'm not so sure Tank would beat Jake. Only because size does matter. I mean, that's 60-pound difference and 7 inches in height. I don't know if Tank could hurt Jake. Now, I've heard Tank knock out middleweights in sparring. I've never heard he knocks out cruiserweights. I don't know if Tank could hurt Jake. He'll hit him a lot, but I don't know if he could hurt him. And if Jake hits him, he can hurt him because he's so much bigger. But Jake is so much slower than Tank. Okay, so no, I don't think he'll beat Tank because Tank's too quick to even get caught by Jake. And he can just piece him up and just keep doing it. So I'll go with Tank. But I don't know if Tank will beat the brakes off him. Actually, maybe he would. Maybe he would. That'd be a great one, man. Why are the ring girls sweaty? I don't know. They oiled up. Body shot. Yeah, that's a good point. Body shot. That doesn't matter what weight you are. Actually, it does matter. I think Tank KOs anybody with 8 ounces, especially Jake. You might be right. You might be right. Paul respected Tyson. He didn't want to tarnish his own fucking reputation. Probably more than anything. Tyson had 230-pound roided clout chasing Zoomer after. YouTuber, but Zoomer's funny too. I think his power can carry way up there. Yeah, but up to heavyweight or cruiser? Because Jake's really a cruiserweight. If even that, he could probably make light heavyweight. Oh, Alex Pereira is going to kill him. Who the fuck is that? Is that like an MMA guy? Tank hits like a LHW. I don't know if you miswrote that. What's an LHW? Light heavyweight. Okay, that's what that is. Got it. You kids with your acronyms, man. Hit that like button like a punch from George Foreman mixed with Deontay. Yep, do it. Wind it up and throw it wild. But when it detonates, it explodes shit. Lots of new boxing fans were made yesterday. Maybe, maybe not. Same times, I don't know what to say about Jake, boxing as a whole. Yeah. All right, guys, I think I'm out. This was fun. I'll catch you guys tomorrow night. Peace.